Alright guys, I'm Rabea.
And I'm Matt.
And this sounds like an Andertons TV.
Today we're going to be trying to sound like the very, very awesome Linkin Park.
Bring back being at school listening to bands on your little CD Walkman, in your headphones, thinking I'm the coolest guy ever. You know.
Or Spotify, depending on how old you are.
Obviously goes without saying, tragic Chester Bennington is not with us anymore. Rest in peace, my man.
Yeah, great band though. It's been requested a lot by you guys, and you know, I'm pinnacle for me. 2007.
Minutes to Midnight.
Great album. So yeah, let's go find some gear, shall we? We are in the land of PRS SE, so
yes,
obviously PRS is more affordable end of the scale. Brad Delson and Mike Shinoda both use PRS quite, you know, famously.
I mean, it was always the big headphones and a PRS Custom 24.
That's my memory too. So obviously we were chatting before, and it's 2 guitars in some places, 1 guitar in other places. So I think we'll focus on Brad Delson's rig. I'll also double up for Mike Shinoda, and we'll get a bass rig as well.
Sounds good.
Yeah, obviously not all for one budget.
No. Which is £1,500 if you didn't know.
Yes.
So it's kind of like, you know, we could go archetypal, because this was one of the early ones that Mike Shinoda always grabbed a blue PRS, which
I
used to.
I remember that very well. Yeah.
Yeah.
And 475.
Yeah.
That leaves us loads of wiggle room.
It does.
Amps.
We've got 799. Have we got any other custom 24s?
This is lovely. Roasted maple.
Obviously, the Holcomb is incredible, but we can't use someone else's SIG. We broke the rule.
We did. I remember. God, sorry everyone.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Although, honestly, you know, the Tremontic series of guitars is so vast.
Yeah.
It's almost not a SIG.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's like the Les Paul.
He innovated. Anyway, okay. I think we either go.
I think this is looking great. This blue
there
one.
is this one here.
It's standard. Same price. Oh, that's nice.
It's like a Coca-Cola.
Like a bronze sparkle.
Metallic.
Almost.
Yeah, what do you reckon?
Bronzy
Same
brown.
price, which one? Blue or bronze?
I'm tempted to go with the blue.
Okay, let's
keeping
do
it classic.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going to put this in an easier place.
Fine, well that's good. And he uses Messers and Marshalls.
Yep.
So, or Mesa.
PRS and Mesa, the classic new metal rig.
Exactly, that all-American sound. So,
well, we got a guitar, let's go find an amp.
let's do that. So for a bit of Mike Shinoda action, I'm going to get the same guitar as Rabea, this PRS SE245, but in this vintage cherry. It's going to be great.
We're in the world of amplifiers.
We are. So
Wow.
Brad Delson, he's a Mesa Marshall guy.
But he has the odd effect, especially the early stuff. There's effects, there's reverbs, delays.
Of course.
All that stuff.
So, can we afford a Mesa Boogie?
No.
Probably not. Can we afford a Marshall with, like say, a Mesa Flux drive in front? That could be a shout.
It could be a shout.
Where's the beautiful DSL 40?
It's the DSL 40, but truth be told, since they updated it, I really don't like it anymore.
Mate, how can you say that?
The first one that we used to use back in the day was really good.
You may remember we used it a couple of times.
The new ones, for me, they're not as good.
Okay.
I'm just being honest.
What's really good when you're talking about amps is the great songs in the background, and that's one of my favourite hits by a small band I know from Brighton.
The Jory. Okay.
George.
So what I'm suggesting is we use a katana.
Are you really?
You're all going to hate me for this, but it's just the way it is. Like,
Well, do you want to use a katana with like a flux drive in front?
yeah, but it's got boosts and gain in front of it. And yeah, my other suggestion was going to be the Bassbreaker 30R, because that did, when we did some 41, it did American high gain really well.
That's a very good point.
And we could put a flux drive in front of that.
The flux drive's about £200.
So it would get us pretty close. We would need like a dispatch master as well, just to make sure we've got all the tones we need for. Okay, can you stop that? Let's do that.
We've been deliberating a little bit over what to do here to try and get. Obviously, we've always been about getting good valve amp, you know, giggable rigs for a budget.
Yes.
So we've decided on the Fender bass breaker.
The 30R, yeah.
30R, yeah. Obviously inbuilt reverb, which is great.
Good high gain.
Great. Stick the Mesaflux drive in front of it.
For extra gain and a bit more American-ness.
Yeah, we've used the bass breaker before and got those saturated American tones, which is great.
669 for bass breaker. Roughly 200 you said for the flux drive.
Ish, yeah.
And then I said we need the mismatch pasta for the ambience.
Ambiance.
Which we don't need tons of reverb and delay, but just a little bit. So, and they're like sub 200.
Yeah, and
I think, or
170. And then we've
475 on the guitar.
475 on the guitar. So that brings us to about the budget.
It does.
We'll tot it all up properly and let you know in the video room how much it is. But I reckon that'll get us a really big sound.
Let's go grab the gear. All the gear is not in there that we need, it's in the back. So we figured we'd just jump straight ahead to that moment where we go.
Let's go and see what it sounds like.
And we're back in the video room.
Yes, we are in this new metal and beyond adventure to sound like Linkin Park without busting la bank.
Linkin Park. Man,
Linkin Park.
I remember being sat at home, MTV2, flicking through, waiting to find a song that I liked, and then I saw the last maybe 40 seconds of One Step Closer. I must have been about 13. Jumped out of my seat, needed pen and paper, waiting for the end credits to write who it was. Blew my mind when I first heard that album.
The video for Numb was always a firm favourite for me.
Yeah, because the girl in it was really hot.
Something like that.
That's why you liked it.
Maybe, I can't remember that far back.
Well, anyway, there you go. So we've been focusing on, I guess, our favourite periods of Linkin Park stuff.
Yeah, and the most guitar-based, I guess,
Yeah.
it's fair to say.
Yeah. And for the most part, the tones are kind of similar, except for the Minutes to Midnight album where they went stratty and single coily. But the guitar...
It's a great guitar, pleased with this.
Yeah, this is the PRS SE. This is the standard, it's a 24 fret, and he played custom 24s. And one of his earlier ones was blue, which is why we got this. Indonesian made, I must admit, fantastic, although I will say, put heavier strings on it as standard. These are 9s, and we've had to tune to drop C sharp for some of the songs, and it's pretty hard to stay in tune.
Very, very lightly.
Yeah. That being said, it's a double humbucker guitar with a trem system. It's got a coil split. So for the Minutes to Midnight stuff, I just did that, and it was like
Perfect.
Way closer. In front of the amplifier, we've got the Greer Lightspeed, which wasn't our first choice, but they don't have flux drives in.
No, so they were over in the warehouse and we needed one quick time, but the Greer Lightspeed never lets us down.
So organic overdrive, the thing I like most about that pedal is it doesn't matter what amp you put it in front of, it seems to just meld with the amp really well.
It's like getting, leather seats in your car. If you get an amp, if you want to upgrade it, get that.
Right, okay.
It'll make any amp sound better.
Do people put leather seats in their car after the fact?
No, but you go, do you want the optional upgrade?
Ah, I see.
In the dealership or whatever.
So you're saying that the Lightspeed was an optional upgrade from the flux drive?
No, it's an upgrade for any amp.
Right, okay.
Which is a compliment.
Okay, there we go.
Believe it or not.
Well, anyway, it's a really great pedal. It's an overdrive, so we just put it in front of a driven signal, and we got even more drive. And then we were going to get the Dispatch Master, but they don't have any in stock. So we've got the Keeley Caverns, which again is a reverb delay. It's actually more tweakable than the Dispatch Master.
Yeah. Well, look at how many knobs there is on it.
Exactly. You've got things like decay time, repeats, modulation, rate, all that kind of stuff. So it's a very good pedal. All running, that's in the loop of the Fender Bassbreaker 30R, which is becoming a favourite as well, isn't it, in sound like for us?
Oh, it's just
In fact,
reliable.
These two.
Yeah.
These are the gems. The creme
I've
de la
not
creme.
played one of these before, but these are really good. The Bassbreaker, we've used it loads since they came out.
Yeah, and it's because it's got the gain channel, and the new one's 30 watts, so it's more than loud enough. At 699, it's like such a great budget amplifier.
Yeah.
All valve, and it's high gain, but it's that American sound.
Yeah, we can do a bit of both, but
Yeah.
we've used it a few times for kind of American sounding artists, and it's worked.
And obviously, with Fender being Fender, it has a great clean channel too, and reverb. So
There you go. There you go.
this is the PRS SE
Into
the Bassbreaker.
Is it plugged in?
It is, yeah.
Fine.
Just want to check that.
Cool.
Because last time Taylor checked, it wasn't. So
Cool. Thanks, Taylor. It's a huge sound.
It is, and that's just guitar and amp. If you kick on the light speed, we've basically running the volume high, the gain halfway, and a little less treble. So, in fact, before and after it. So, before, after.
Oh,
It's
it
huge.
just thickens it up, doesn't it?
Yeah, that was dialed in for one of the last excerpts, but generally speaking, it's been quite easy running the two together to get the levels of gain we need.
Yep.
I should probably show you what happens if we do the whole
Volume up.
what
drive
I've
down.
done thing. So this is it. If I chord split it. You know what I mean? It's more single coily,
Yep.
just driven. Sounds nice.
Yeah, it sounds really full. That's one of my favourite sounds, guitar sounds from Linkin Park, is that tune.
Yeah, and
I think it's pretty close considering we're using a humbucker guitar.
yeah, totally. It's got a lot of chord definition. So then next would be the Caverns, which I was running for an ambient pad actually in a few places, but
Lovely.
it sounds really good.
Yeah, to be honest, it's another one of those rigs where everything stands up on its own.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a great guitar, great amp, great pedals.
I think we're pretty much in budget. This is 475, 699, and those two, that's 149 for the light speed, and I think that's about 200 for that. So. Yeah.
I think we're under budget.
But then what you were kind of doubling up a bit.
Yeah, so I got a bit of an all-round rig, which includes a bass amp, guitar amp, and a bit of twinkly keys.
Yeah, it was just filling in all the gaps.
It's like this is the all-rounders rig, and
Yeah.
it is going to be slightly more than 1,500 quid because the bass itself is 2,100.
He got that because he likes that bass.
I got
more
it
than
because I
it was in budget.
absolutely love it. And it's still
lovely.
no one's bought it, so someone do. before I do.
And the bass player, I'm sorry, I don't know his name in Linkin Park, but he played Ernie Ball.
He played Ernie Ball, which is why I chose this.
Yeah.
So there's that runs into the Fender Rumble, and that's the 40 actually, a smaller Rumble this time, but we generally use the DI out of the bass. And then I had also this PRS SE, I think this is the 245, in a nice vintage cherry. That runs into the Katana 100, the 212, which you know and love. And my keyboard, which was a Roland Go Keys, which I've not played before. No expression pedal, so pretty compact and light. So you have to be really, accurate on your pressure. Yeah, guitar sounds a bit like this.
That sounds great.
So yeah, really, really simple. And obviously, just the guitar rig itself, I mean, the same price as yours on the guitar, 475. The Katana's about 300.
Yeah,
so
close to.
Really, that's about, what, 750, 800 pound rig. So again, really, really good. And as you know by now, the Katanas can do anything. There's no chord split on this one.
No chord split on that one.
No, so by that
well.
one.
Did you play download?
Well, that would conclude sounding like Linkin Park without busting the bank.
Yes, let us know how you think we did, and if you thought we got close to any of the songs.
I thoroughly enjoyed this one, Matthew.
I actually really did as well. Bit of nostalgia, and then I realised how much I like Linkin Park.
There you go.
Again.
Links in the description box. I've been Rabea.
Yes, and I've been Matt.
And this sounds like on Andertons TV.
See you later.
Linkin Park.